It's me, Rob, once more here for another question for the RPGaDay for 2019. Today is the second day, therefore we have the second topic. The topic is unique. And how I'd like to frame that into something that I can respond to is, I think it's useful to know what makes a channel unique. What can you find there that you can't find anywhere else? Because quite honestly, for us YouTubers and gamers, there's thousands of people just like me. And I'm not just talking about, middle-aged guys who blather on and on about their love of gaming or reminiscing about, great things that they've done. But what I genuinely try to do in my channel to support gaming and that I think sets it apart is I try to approach the situation from a variety of different angles. For instance, for people who want to learn more about the hobby, my Lair of OmnusI series has a lot of things where I talk about the nature of different topics within gaming itself. I have a stretch where I talk about what it's like to be in a role-playing game if you've never done one before. I have a stretch on how to create a campaign world and how to run a game as a game master. They're not comprehensive, but they're just guidelines, things that I've learned and wanted to pass on in video form. On the other hand, if you're there for entertainment, I have a couple of videos for that. I have a series called Ask the Wizard, where I've been inviting people to send me questions, and then I get in my role of little Cadrian Flynn, Master Diviner, who is unfortunately stuck in wizard jail and is compelled by the state to answer the questions of the people. So I answer them from the perspective of a powerful wizard in a fantasy world who is forced to tell the truth and answer anybody's questions. I had fun with that. It's a lot of fun, and it's an ongoing series. I'm just waiting for more questions to someday trickle down to me. Open invitation if you have any that you'd like to send me. But I have a bard character, Dirk Casterly. He's kind of a sad sack bard. I realize that I'm not svelte. I'm probably more fit out for a comic role, so I grew out my mustache and trimmed the beard down to the little soul patch. Because I thought, it made me look a little bit more bardic. And I've got a costume and everything, and I have the Dirk Casterly Last Bard Standing. It was a comic routine, which is something more fitting that he would tell in taverns, where he just spins off and tells a bunch of dad jokes related to Dungeons and Dragons. It was fun. I genuinely like the concept of a bard doing stand-up comedy. But also, for people who are interested in the mechanics of games, I have a series called Character Witness, where I create a character on camera so people can learn the process behind making a character, which, if you're approaching a game for the first time, making a character can be completely scary. This way, I figure I'm that person who will talk you through step by step and show you everything that I do and explain why I'm doing it as we go. In that way, you can also learn more about the game itself and, its focuses, what's important to it and what's not. So, again, it's very, I think, instructional and somewhat entertaining, even if my luck is not always that great when I'm making characters, but it just allows me to make more interesting and complicated characters. I'm very much into board games as well as role-playing games. I have a series called Cardboard, where I go over board games and card games with my son, who is 13, and he very much enjoys the fact that his dad is a YouTuber, even if it's hard to sometimes motivate him to get away from YouTube, ironically, and come and play a game with me in front of a camera. Probably because I try to get him to tone himself down. Sometimes he gets a little too exuberant, and that can make for bad video, but genuinely we have fun with that too. So I have a variety of channels, sub-channels, and playlists and things for different interests. So I think that, a lot of people, a lot of channels will have their one thing that they do really well and they stick with it. I I'm constantly thinking up new ideas and new directions that I'd like to go with video making. And my stated purposes have always been, I want to entertain people, I want to educate people, and I want to open up a community dialogue so that I talk to you, you talk to me. I always answer any comment that shows up on any of my videos. I believe that that's important to continue to engage with my subscribers and my viewers. So that's something that I hold myself to a very high standard to, and I really strongly believe in that. So I think that's just, you know, how I try to stand out in my own little way. I've also created a game for YouTube where I encourage viewer participation. It's called ManyQuest. And basically through either 3D dungeon recording or myself in character, I present an adventure scenario, and decisions are made by comments on the video so that anybody who watches can play just by answering and leaving a comment. It's enjoyed a little modest success, but I'm always looking for more people, so if you're interested, just go through ManyQuest or go to my Lair of OmnusI website, spelled just like that, and you too can play along. I certainly would hope to see you. I've got a big project coming up, something again I think that's going to help me stand out among other people. But all of it is not, this isn't competition, and I very much would be shocked if I ever was able to make a living off of this. What I try to do is just increase awareness of the hobby, which is, pop culture is doing a pretty good job with that. Trying to show people that there's lots of different ways of playing the games, and to be tolerant of the way other people play, and to be tolerant of other players, and from the, you know, extremes of our culture and our group that we have as a whole. Generally very creative and often passionate people. That oftentimes can be a powder keg of, you know, differences of opinion and perspective. And I like to try to be a moderating influence to try to get people to come to common ground and just enjoy the games. So that is my mission statement, really. And while there are others who do that, I like to think that, you know, my approach and style is a bit different. And I'm always looking to grow and try new things and reach new people, and, you know, hope to do my little thing a little bit better every time. So that is my unique stamp, as I would put it. I hope that this sounds appealing to you, and you decide to check out my Lair of OmnusI channel, where there are hundreds of videos waiting for you if you are interested. And if you're ever in the mood to talk shop, I am easy to approach, so let me know. I'm Rob, thank you once more, and I will hopefully see you the next time I crawl in front of the internet to make one of these videos. Thank you. Farewell.